On January 18th, 2026, a TikTok user known as Wunderlust posted a video showing a strange moment captured by one of her security cameras outside at night. For the first few seconds, the footage looks completely normal. Just a quiet view of her yard, with nothing unusual happening. But in the blink of an eye, something very strange appears. Did you catch it? Right here, what looks like a human-shaped shadow suddenly moves across the annex of the house. The unsettling part is that there doesn't appear to be anyone present who could actually be casting it. The shadow moves across the surface briefly before disappearing just as quickly as it appeared. To some viewers, the shape resembles a shadow figure passing through the yard. Something unseen by the camera itself, but somehow leaving a visible trace on the wall. Another possibility is that the camera itself is responsible for the effect. Security cameras sometimes struggle with motion processing and compression, especially at night. In certain cases, a moving person can briefly be erased or blended into the background by the cameras while the shadow they cast on a nearby surface remains visible. And that can create the strange illusion of a shadow moving without anyone there. Whatever the explanation may be, seeing a human-like shadow glide across the wall with no visible person attached to it is enough to make anyone stop and replay the footage a few times. In September of 2015, a YouTuber known as X-Man Gage posted a video to his channel showing himself wandering through his house while clearly shaken by something that seems to be happening around him. Throughout the clip, X-Man Gage moves the camera nervously from room to room, audibly panting as he tries to figure out what exactly is going on inside the house. The tension builds quickly as the situation seems to spiral further out of control. Take a look.
What the this?
As he pans the camera around, lights can be seen flickering rapidly throughout the home. On top of that, various objects appear to be shifting or moving on their own, adding to the chaos unfolding around him. Then, just seconds before the video ends, something in the kitchen suddenly falls to the floor and shatters. At that point, the uploader clearly has had enough. He quickly runs away, leaving the mess behind as the video cuts off. Some viewers believe the activity shown here resembles classic poltergeist behavior: flickering lights, objects moving, and sudden disturbances happening one after another. Of course, there's also the possibility that the entire scene was staged for the camera. Either way, running through your own house while things start moving and breaking around you would be enough to rattle just about anyone. A YouTuber known as JJKicks651 posted a short video showing a strange moment he experienced while trying to sleep in his bedroom. According to the uploader, he suddenly woke up at around 1:01 in the morning after noticing something unusual happening across the room. A set of medals hanging on the wall appeared to be moving on their own. Curious and understandably a little concerned, he grabbed his phone to see if he could capture the movement on camera. For a few seconds, nothing happens. But then...
Okay, guys. I just saw these medals. Look. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. What in the world? Oh.
Sure enough, several of the medals hanging on the wall begin moving by themselves. They sway noticeably as if something had just brushed against them. While this is happening, a hat sitting on a nearby shelf suddenly falls off as well, seemingly on its own. And then, as if that wasn't unsettling enough, the closet door slowly swings open despite the fact that no one else should be in the room. The combination of multiple things happening within moments of each other is what makes the clip particularly eerie. Some viewers believe this could be a sign of paranormal activity, possibly a spirit interacting with the objects inside the room. Of course, another possibility is that the clip was staged. With a bit of preparation, objects like medals could be set in motion from off-camera, and doors can be adjusted so they slowly swing open on their own. Whatever the case may be, waking up in the middle of the night to see objects moving across the room would be enough to make anyone uneasy. A TikTok user known as Pirate King 307 shared a strange piece of footage captured by his Ring doorbell camera. And according to him, the moment happened while he was nowhere near home. He explains that he was about 100 miles away when he suddenly received a notification that someone had triggered his doorbell camera. Curious, he opened the app to see what was going on outside his front door, and what he saw and heard completely shocked him.
We were over 100 miles away when we heard our Ring doorbell sound, and we were super shocked to listen to the sound. Just wait for it. Sounds like the door is opening, and then there's a voice.
Right near the doorbell camera, what appears to be a small creature can be seen clinging to the wall. It almost resembles a gecko, or possibly even a praying mantis, sitting very close to the lens. But what truly unsettled viewers isn't the creature itself. It's the voice that follows. A chilling voice can be heard nearby saying the words, "Help me." The uploader later explained that he bought the house from a couple who had been married for 76 years. According to the story, the husband tragically collapsed in the front yard one day while mowing the lawn and passed away on the way to the hospital. Because of that history, the uploader wonders if the voice might somehow be connected to the former homeowner. Perhaps a spirit trying to return to the house and find his wife. At the same time, the small creature near the camera could simply be an insect or lizard that triggered the motion alert. As for the voice, it may have come from somewhere nearby or been picked up from a distance, with the doorbell microphone making it sound closer than it really was. Even so, hearing the words, "Help me," through a doorbell camera while you're 100 miles away from home would be enough to send a chill down just about anyone's spine. Oven Reddit, a user known as Ecstatic Dingo, 4128 posted a video to the UFOS subreddit. According to him, the footage was actually filmed by his girlfriend at her apartment in Chicago at around 11 a.m. In the video, she is looking out toward the lake, while a storm appears to be rolling through the area. The weather looks rough, with strong winds whipping snow through the air and clouds moving quickly across the sky. And right from the very start of the video, something unusual can already be seen. A strange orb-like object is visible floating in the sky. What immediately stands out is how steady it appears, despite the chaotic weather conditions. While snow is pushed around by the strong winds, this object drifts slowly through the air. According to the uploader, he initially assumed it might have been something ordinary like a bag or balloon. However, his girlfriend insisted that while she was watching it, the object actually appeared to be moving against the wind. She also described it as moving slowly in multiple directions, up, down, and horizontally, which made the sighting feel even stranger. Some viewers believe the spherical shape resembles what's often described as an orb-shaped UAP, a type of unidentified aerial phenomenon are reported in various sightings around the world. Whatever it may have been, spotting a perfectly round object calmly drifting through stormy skies is enough to leave anyone scratching their head. And for the people who witnessed it that day, the mystery still hasn't been solved. Back in 1996, the quiet city of Varginha, Brazil, suddenly became the center of one of the most famous UFO stories in South America. On the afternoon of January 20th, 3 young women claimed they saw a strange creature. They described it as a small bipedal being with a large head, dark skin marked with vein-like spots, and 3 bumps on top of its head. Its eyes, they said, looked like 2 glowing red spheres, and the creature appeared weak, almost as if it were injured. Terrified, the women ran home and told their mother they had just seen what they believed was the devil. Soon after, rumors began spreading across the city. Some locals claimed that Brazilian authorities had captured mysterious creatures, while others reported unusual military activity in the area. Officials later stated that the sightings were likely a misunderstanding and that the military presence nearby was routine, but the story never fully went away. This particular Reddit post, uploaded by a user known as AppropriateEye1227, claims to show alleged footage connected to the Varginha incident. Of course, it should definitely be taken with a grain of salt, but the clip is still quite intriguing.
Tá ali, olha o bicho, cara. Tá respirando, tá olhando pra cá. Ei, filma isso. Calma, eu só...
In the video, the cameraman can reportedly be heard saying he's right there. Look at the animal man. He's breathing. He's looking this way. Moments later, someone believed to be a soldier says, "Hey, don't film that." Before the cameraman responds, "Calm down." Cut. Some viewers believe the footage could show the very creature described in the original Varginha sightings. However, there's also a possibility the clip was created much more recently, using AI video generation or CGI, especially considering how convincing digital effects have become in recent years. Either way, the Virginia case continues to fascinate people nearly 3 decades later, and footage like this only keeps the mystery alive. In October of 2021, a YouTuber known as It's Raining Babies uploaded a video describing some strange experiences that took place where he works, a place called Wolfton Brewing, an old building that many people claim is haunted. The uploader explains that he is normally very skeptical about paranormal stories. However, while working there, a few things happen that he says he can't easily explain. One day, while talking with a woman about the building's rumored hauntings, something strange occurred. Afterward, he told his boss to check the security cameras. This is what they found.
Now, you could see to the right of the door, there's kind of like a movement right there, and then it proceeds to go like up the stairs. But it could be someone, just walking on the outside on a front porch right there, which is logically what it is. But it almost seems that the camera's kind of bending, and it bends the staircase a little bit. And then right after it goes to the top of the stairs, the hat seems to jump up before it falls off onto the ground and kind of rolls around. It's very weird. It's something I can't explain.
Out of nowhere, a hat hanging on a rack suddenly falls to the floor on its own. But that's not the only odd detail. If you look closely toward the staircase in the background, it almost appears as though a faint figure is moving up the stairs. The situation became even stranger the following day. According to the uploader, the same woman returned to the brewery wearing the exact same clothes. This time she was acting very oddly, standing in a corner staring at the wall for several minutes before wandering around the building. At one point, she startled a customer near the bathroom and began speaking strangely, even accusing them of eating dog food before claiming she eats it all the time. She later asked the bartender for a beer the brewery hadn't sold in 2 years, then abruptly decided to leave. Before walking away, she reportedly paused outside the door and stared back into the building.
You see how wacky this is? Like, what is she doing? She seems to be walking weird, and then she's like peeping back in. Like, how long was she out on the porch just like staring in after the video cuts off? It's wild. It was a bizarre thing. I don't know what's up with that lady, but more importantly, I don't know what's up with that hat. That's the most evidence I've seen of something, and I mean, I saw it with my own eyes. It was right in front of me as I'm talking to this woman.
Some viewers believe the falling hat and the shadowy movement on the stairs could point to the paranormal activity inside the old building. Another possibility is that the hat simply slipped off the hanger, while the shape near the staircase may just be lighting or camera compression playing tricks on the eye. The woman's unusual behavior may have been completely unrelated to the footage. Whatever the explanation may be, the combination of the strange camera footage and the unsettling encounter with that visitor certainly adds another layer to the brewery's mysterious reputation. Reddit user Pelin988TX posted a pair of videos to the ghost subreddit showing something unsettling captured by a home security camera late at night. The footage was recorded inside a bedroom during what appears to be a completely ordinary night. At first glance, everything seems quiet and uneventful. But if you pay close attention to the door, you might notice something strange. Right at the beginning of the video, near the bottom right corner of the door, a dark shape appears to move across the small gap beneath it. The shadow almost looks like a figure crouching or peering under the door before quickly pulling away out of sight. It's subtle, but once you notice it, it's hard to unsee. The uploader later shared a second clip captured from the same camera. In this video, the same type of shadowy movement appears again near the bottom of the door, almost as if whatever is on the other side briefly approaches before retreating once more. According to the uploader, there are no pets and no children living in the house, leaving him with no clear explanation for what might have been moving outside the room that night. Some viewers believe the shadow resembled a small entity or shadow figure, cautiously observing the room before crawling away. Whatever the case may be, seeing a human-like shadow creep along the bottom of your bedroom door in the middle of the night would be enough to make anyone uneasy. And if you noticed it happening more than once, sleep probably wouldn't come easy afterwards. Reddit user subject bottle 8902 posted a video to the Ghost Soft Reddit describing a strange experience he had while working at a local courthouse. According to the uploader, the courthouse has both a metal detector and a thermal camera positioned at the front entrance. About a week before recording the video, he says he noticed something unusual appearing on the thermal camera near the doorway. But when he checked the area in person, there was nothing there. Not long after that first incident, the same thing appeared again, and this time he managed to record it.
No, it's not. I called it once right away.
As you can see in the footage, the thermal camera seems to detect a human-shaped heat signature standing near the entrance. The shape appears to shift slightly, and at one point, the uploader even claims it looks as though the figure is waving. The strange part is that when he looked at the actual doorway, there was nobody physically standing there. According to the uploader, he initially tried to explain it away as a reflection or some kind of camera quirk. But the longer he watched the footage, the less convinced he became that it was something ordinary. What makes this story even stranger is what he says he learned afterward. When speaking with other people who work at the courthouse, some of them suggested the figure could be the spirit of a woman who had once been tried, convicted, and sentenced to death in that very courthouse. Whether that story holds any truth is impossible to say. What we're left with is a thermal camera detecting something that doesn't appear to physically be there. And when technology designed to pick up heat signatures shows a human-like figure where no one is standing, it's bound to raise a few questions. TikTok user Kali Lau posted a piece of footage to their account showing a strange moment captured by a Ring doorbell camera late one night. According to the uploader, their friend's family was preparing to leave for a trip. At one point, the daughter realized she had forgotten something inside the house and ran back in while the rest of the family waited in the car. At the time, nothing seemed unusual, but when they later reviewed the Ring camera footage, they noticed something that immediately caught their attention. Did you catch it? Right after the girl runs back inside the house, a strange figure can briefly be seen moving across the property. the shape appears pale and almost ghost-like as it passes through the frame. What's even more unsettling is that the figure seems to follow the girl toward the house, before eventually stopping and standing still, almost as if it's staring directly at the home. It only appears for a few seconds before the clip ends. But once you notice it, it is hard to ignore. Some viewers believe the clip may show a genuine apparition wandering near the property, possibly drawn toward the house, or even following the girl inside. Another explanation is that the figure could simply be another person nearby, who appears ghostly because of how the doorbell camera processes movement at night. Either way, going back through your security footage and spotting what appears to be someone silently following a person toward your house would be enough to unsettle anyone. It's the kind of moment that makes you watch the clip again just to make sure you really saw what you think you saw. Instagram user Equilibrium Body and Mind posted a video to her account in May of 2025, describing what she called one of the most terrifying experiences of her life. According to her, the incident happened a couple of months earlier when she arrived home at around 10 p.m. one night. Everything seemed perfectly normal as she approached her home until something unexpected happened.
Hello. Oh, yes, of course, you said that. Oh, oh. Oh, God. Oh.
As you just heard, a strange voice suddenly says the word hello. The voice sounds close by, yet the woman immediately looks around in confusion, clearly unable to see anyone nearby who could have said it. After briefly searching the area, she eventually heads inside, still unsure of where the voice came from. Some viewers believe the clip may have captured a genuine paranormal voice, sometimes referred to as an EVP, or electronic voice phenomenon, where an unseen entity is briefly picked up on a recording device. Others have suggested that the voice may have come from somewhere nearby, such as a neighbor or a person just outside the camera's view, whose voice carried through the area. Either way, hearing a disembodied hello when you're standing alone outside your home late at night would be enough to make anyone uneasy. And for the woman who experienced it, it's a moment she likely won't forget anytime soon. A man going by the username TGAVEN7 posted a video to his TikTok account, showing a moment that he says completely caught him off guard while he was out driving one night. According to the uploader, he was cruising around a business park looking for good spots to take pictures of his car. Everything seemed perfectly normal as he drove along the quiet road, until something appeared that he definitely wasn't expecting.
What the freak was that? Oh my God! What the freak was that?
As T. Gavin continues driving, a dark figure suddenly appears near the roadside. The figure, dressed completely in black, looks almost like a silhouette, nearly featureless, almost reminiscent of something like a grim reaper. What happens next is even more unsettling. The figure begins moving toward the car, seemingly chasing after her down the road for a brief moment. Despite the darkness, the uploader quickly notices the figure and immediately hits the gas, speeding away as fast as he can. As he drives off, he repeatedly asks out loud, "What was that?" Thankfully, he manages to get away before anything else happens. To some viewers, the completely black appearance of the figure and the sudden chase make the encounter feel almost otherworldly, as if the driver had crossed paths with something that didn't belong there. The only grounded explanation would be that the entire scene was staged. The figure could have been a person dressed in dark clothing, positioned ahead of time, with the encounter planned in advance to create a convincing scare. But whatever the truth may be, seeing a pitch-black figure suddenly sprint toward your car on an empty road is enough to send anyone's heart racing. It's the kind of moment that leaves you questioning what you just saw long after you've driven away.